Yeah, it is a good question, and it relates to succession. So we've talked a little bit about exit, which is using an ESOP as an alternative way to sell your business. But the other component is succession, which is who is going to run the business after the sellers have fully exited. And an ESOP actually doesn't solve that problem, but gives the seller tools with which to solve the problem. The the end game is ultimately that the sellers will start to do the transaction, start to pull their money off the table over time, and while doing so, develop and execute the succession strategy. And that includes finding a CEO and an executive team and developing that team to take over operations of the business, allowing the seller to fully exit. So sellers basically there's a transaction side, which relates to how they pull their value off the table, and then there's a succession side, in which they identify the key people who are going to run the business in their absence, and ultimately transition control to those people.
Okay. So they don't need to do those steps before selling to ESOP, correct? They can sell to ESOP, and during that transition process, they can work on those steps.
Yeah, and that is one of the benefits of an ESOP, is that it allows a seller to nail down the value of their business, sell the business, and start to harvest that value while they continue to work on the business and develop their successors